Don't get scared by the title of this video. This is gonna be an interesting video if you are really into this. So let me just elaborate what I just gave as the title for this video. Writing our own eulogy. You might just stand up and question. Eulogy is something that someone else gonna read it for you after you are dead. Why should we write our own eulogy when we are alive and healthy? Let me go back to a time of a month ago where I started reading this book called Freedom from the Known by Jiddu Krishnamurti. His philosophy revolves around self realization and looking into ourselves and finding out what we truly are, and then being in the moment, totally in the moment, without any past and future thoughts running in our mind. That is something so far away, considering the state that I am in right now, whereas all the external factors and influences are tightly holding me to be what I am. So that is a very lengthy process for me, and I can see it ahead. So meanwhile, I just thought, okay, let me assume something in the process. Like, I was totally devastated by the things that are going in my life, whereas I started questioning everything, like, why am I doing this? For example, I'm going for a job and I'm just questioning, why am I doing this job, why not something else, or why should I do this job at all in the first place? And when I even started questioning the relationships that I have in my life. Why am I friends with this guy? He's no good anymore. I'm bored of someone, and why am I still continuing this relationship? It's not going anywhere for me. And let me tell you, this concept of questioning is very evil, and at the same time it can cure a disease that you don't know that you have, if you do it in the right way. So this questioning has become too much in my mind, and it started eating up my peace of my mind. So one day I decided, okay, let me assume that I'm in the end of my life, and when I look back into the things that I did so far, what would my perspective be? Would there be a change? Like, would I wish to have done something in some other way, rather than how it was done? And then I thought, okay, let us assume something hypothetically, that I'm gonna die tomorrow. Let us assume that by tomorrow evening I'm dead. Now is the time where I can write something about myself to the world, and to the people that I know, at least, about what kind of a person I am. Then I started putting down things one after other, and that is the best thing that I did in my life so far. Let me tell you why. When you see the death in front of you, everything fades away. I think that is a beautiful filter of thought that we can put in place to get only genuine and honest things out of our uh, mind, which is a, which is a mix of very complicated things, which is a mix of parasites living in our thought and mind. So when I say the filter of death actually brings out things that are true and honest to ourselves, means there can be n number of things. So let's say for the entire world it might look like, I love the job that I do. I'm loving it because I'm good at it, I'm enjoying it, I'm going on time, I'm doing things perfectly. But when I really start to question about it, why am I doing this job, I don't have a definite answer. I don't even have an answer. So now when I think about it, like, I'm doing something which was not chosen by me, and I had no choice than to take this job. So that shook me. Now, truly, what I truly am is that I don't like this job. I don't want to do this job because it's not chosen by me, and I have interest in other things which are so minimalistic. Like, I just enjoy sitting on a mountain naked. Really, I want to do it, but I've never spoken this to anyone else in my life. So how can someone know about me? Like, how can someone else read my read my eulogy uh, without knowing such facts about me? I'm just stating this as an example, like for suppose if I'm dead tomorrow and if I have not written my own eulogy, people might say that he loved his job, he was doing it with all his heart. They can say it, they can very well potentially say it, because that's what they can see of me, but only I know what it is to me. And I think it is my job. I don't know how else to say it. I think it's my job to put down what I actually am, for two reasons. One is to let people know, in case if you actually die, people will know what you are. And second thing is, your mind will not allow you to think such things when death is not a filter. You will be living in this delusional state, because it gives you comfort, freedom, pleasure, or whatever. Cut down freedom, it won't give you freedom. It will give you pleasure, peace of mind, relax. Why to think and make it complex? Such is our mind, where it chooses its own peace of mind its own peace of mind, and lets us not to think about these things. But when I as I said, when death is a filter, these things actually come out, and you will start to know about yourself better. So that is my experience of writing my own eulogy. And I'm surprised of what I have written. And when I read, it's very long. It almost took me 1 hour to write, and I was surprised of the things. And one more thing I want to say is, you will start picking out people. And you start picking out situations that were important to you in your life. You may not have recognized them as important when you are completely healthy and alive, and when this death filter is not placed, you might have overlooked them. But when this filter is in place, and when you have time restriction or whatever, you have given a pen and paper, and now you're writing your eulogy, things that come to your mind are the ones that are actually strongly placed in your heart. You will know it is like discovering your own self, discovering things that are important to you, discovering situations that were crucial in your life, and discovering people who actually you want, who actually are important to you. So this writing of eulogy is a journey of discovering yourself in a very different perspective when filter of death is in place, and you're gonna love it. And yeah, that's all. Thank you. I don't know why I said thank you. It's just, it came out because I'm used to my office IT meetings where I say thank you at the end. I'm taking back the thank you. No thanks.